In 1769, on a rugged island in the Mediterranean called Corsica, a child was born who would one day shake the thrones of Europe. His name was Napoleon Bonaparte. From the beginning, he was an outsider. Short, sharp-eyed, and fiercely ambitious, he was sent to military school in France, where his accent and Corsican heritage made him the subject of ridicule. But behind his silence burned a determination. One day I will show them. When the French Revolution erupted, young Napoleon saw his chance. The monarchy crumbled, the old world was in chaos, and armies were clashing across Europe. At just 24 years old, he won fame by using bold tactics to crush royalist forces in Toulon. Suddenly, people noticed the small Corsican with big dreams. By his 30s, Napoleon had risen faster than anyone imagined. Through brilliant campaigns in Italy and Egypt, he proved himself a genius of strategy. Soldiers adored him. He marched with them, shared their hardships, and whispered promises of glory. In 1799, seizing on France's political turmoil, he staged a coup. By 1804, the impossible happened. Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French in Notre Dame Cathedral, snatching the crown from the Pope's hands as if to say, "I owe my throne to no one." Napoleon's armies swept across the continent like a storm. At Austerlitz, he outwitted two emperors in one dazzling victory. Kingdoms fell, maps were redrawn, and for a time it seemed Europe itself bent to his will. But his ambition knew no bounds. He dreamt not only of France ruling Europe, but of a new order, a system of laws, merit and discipline, the Napoleonic Code that survives to this day. Yet every conqueror has his limits. Britain defied him at sea, Russia resisted him on land, and the long wars drained France of blood and treasure. In 1812, Napoleon made his greatest mistake. He marched into Russia with 600,000 men. At first, it looked like another conquest, but the Russian winter, starvation, and relentless attacks destroyed his army. Only a fraction returned. Enemies closed in from all sides. In 1814, Paris fell, and Napoleon was exiled to the tiny island of Elba. But the story did not end there. Like a character out of legend, he escaped, returning to France. Soldiers sent to arrest him instead joined him, crying, "Vive l'Empereur!" For 100 days he ruled again, until his final gamble ended at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. Defeated once and for all, he was sent to the lonely island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic. There, far from the world he had once commanded, he lived out his last years, writing his story, shaping his own legend. Napoleon died in 1821, but his shadow never faded. To some, he was a tyrant who bathed Europe in blood. To others, he was a hero who rose from nothing, shattered monarchies, and spread the ideals of merit and law. One thing is certain: when Napoleon walked the earth, kings trembled, nations shifted, and history itself bent around his will.